The ANC says it will be holding its January 8th statement celebrations at the Dr Petrus Molemela Stadium in Bloemfontein this weekend. Just last month, the Mangaung Municipality raised concern over the stadium, but this week said it was now ready to host the event. We now speak to Qondile Khedama, the head of Mangaung Metro Communications. Thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon. In a letter that has since been made public, dated the 21st of December 2022, the alarm was sounded about the stadium having sunk after construction, toilet facilities being vandalized, there being no running water from the taps, and no electrical or fire certificates being available. Before we get to the ANC celebrations, why did that stadium get to such a point of degradation? What happened?
Well, I think it's details of the internal arrangement. Remember, internally, we try to be as perfect as possible. But I must indicate that the stadium just hosted World AIDS International Day, and it was not as deplorable as it appears. But I must indicate that from then, that is December to date, we've been able to deal with the minor maintenance that was supposed to happen, like fixing the taps that were vandalized. There is water. We have opened the stadium to the public. Remember, the stadium was actually part of it was the home ground for Celtics. So as soon as the Celtics was sold, we had to open it to the public through the organizations of youth, elderly people and so on. So it's being used all the time. So that is why from time to time our teams are there to make maintenance and so on. But as soon as we get some feedback about the condition, we then entrusted our engineers, including those of the province, from the infrastructure department. So they've given us a credit. We have a certificate now that shows that it's all systems go.
Why, sir, was the maintenance not done? Is it merely an oversight issue that you only picked it up perhaps because the celebrations are coming to that stadium this weekend?
It's not an oversight. For your information, we have people, employees of the municipality that are located at the stadium itself. And not only that stadium, in a number of facilities of the municipality. So there's no oversight. I think there was just an exaggeration in terms of what was leaked. But I must indicate that it was also positive that we also look at other blind spots because this is a big function. And as the city, we pride ourselves in hosting major events, from sports to politics, from politics to academia. So for us, it's a plus that we are even more prepared to host the governing party. That was actually born. That was born in the municipality itself. So the issue of maintenance, it happens all the time. It's like the information that is going around that we only clean because the leadership of the governing party is coming. We have a campaign that is called Reclaiming the City. That is solely dedicated to make sure that we clean areas. Yes, I must not run away from the fact that we do have challenges here and there, element of fleets. Sometimes we need even more manpower and so. So those are the issues that we're juggling with every day. It's not because there is this event of the ruling party. We have been hosting a number of political parties. COPE was born here, the former National Party was born here. So we have a strong political heritage that we're priding ourselves with. That is why every time we have the event, it doesn't matter who is coming to host the event, but we make sure that we give them a necessary support so that they continue to come into the Mangaung and play a major role in our tourism, in our business, but most of all in revenue. Because remember, we're under intervention. There's an intervention team here that is looking at a financial recovery plan. So it is important that we make sure that the little that we were able to get, we put it in our coffers for the betterment of the city in terms of service delivery.
So you mentioned that the letter was leaked. Is this a concern for you? Is there a disciplinary hearing? Is there an investigation going on?
No, it is. It is. There's got to be a consequence into this, because you can't have all the operations that are happening internal being leaked outside there. So there will be an investigation. Somebody will be held accountable, and the consequence management will come in, because we can't just allow the situation to continue like this. We are being derailed when we are actually faced with a plethora of challenges, and at the center it's service delivery, because the more our revenue is going down, the lesser quality of service. So we're not going to be derailed by such things. We'll make sure that this is being attended to, and if needs be, you'll get a feedback on it.
We'll definitely follow up. So just to mention, we're showing our viewers that particular letter. And so it speaks of no electrical certificate, no fire certificate, non-operational lifts, non-availability of VIP rooms due to damage. So all of these things have since been fixed. Yeah, so that is why I'm saying there's an element of exaggeration there. Because remember, we're coming from staging in the same venue. Staging the World International AIDS Day, and you can't tell me that since then there's been so much damage that has happened. So it's something that we will also have to give attention to. The leadership will have to expedite that letter and check as to why and why the leak and all that. But I must indicate to you, Sisuguti, we're ready. We've been there. Your colleagues from SABC will be with us. That is on Friday and Saturday, when the CEO of the governing party will be there, also doing his own inspection. There's a good interaction between the organizing teams and the facility management team. So we really on it. I know for the fact that there are issues that relates to parking and all that. We're dealing with them. I'm sure I'll be giving you a statement tomorrow on that. I don't want to get into issues of security because they're sensitive. I was actually warned this morning in the meeting to say these are areas that you can't tap into Qondile because they are sensitive in terms of security. But what we also do not want to do is that when we host an event of this magnitude, to also inconvenience the citizens of Mangaung. So we're saying those revelers who will be coming, they must please cooperate with law enforcement officers, and so is with other people who are going on with their normal business of the city, because we want everything to be harmonious. We know that, in an event situation, there could be incidents here and there, but we are trying to make sure that they are being dealt with in advance. Sure. You also mentioned an issue of vandalism. So post-January 8, what happens? What are the contingency plans in place?
I must indicate, my sister, that we are bothered by issue of vandalism. If you can look at our electricity entity, Centlec, they have a problem of infrastructure that is being damaged. Other people are looking for copper, they are stealing and all that. Some of our facilities, like I think 2 swimming pools, including parts of the current stadium where taps were taken off and all that. So vandalism is quite a bit of a problem. We've been running a campaign on that, but we will want to make a clarion call to members of the community that these facilities solely belong to them, and all of us must have a pride in protecting them.
Thank you very much to the head of Mangaung Metro Communications, Qondile Khedama.